Hello, welcome. I am back and I am going to do a color along. About time. I've been missing for a little bit. This is CreativeHaven's Gnome Sweet Gnome by Teresa Goodridge. It was just released in March, so it is fairly new. But I did have a few people ask if we could color out of it together, so that's what we are gonna do. I did pick this page, so it is a freebie. If you need help finding the freebie, you can reach out to me. Otherwise, she has a Facebook group, Teresa Goodridge Adult Coloring. You go to albums and all the books she has have freebies available for you. So for this one I am using Prismacolor because that is what I am able to get to. I did go ahead and fill in my base layer, which is apple green. And so if you are following along, that is all I have done. I did this little section just so you could kind of see the effect that I'm going for versus coloring the flat grass. So you can decide if that's something you like and want to try, or if you want to do it your own way, that's cool too. But I'm going to pull you in and we'll get started. Alright, so to start with, I have my dark green and I have a very sharp tip, and all I did was go around, maybe I'm going to sharpen it a dot more, and stroke in just like I would do hair or fur all my little grass lines. And those ones kind of got wiped out, but I'm going to put them back in. And I did that throughout the whole we'll do it through the whole thing, I should say. I did this video once, I colored it in the book, and then I realized my phone had died and missed half of it, so I'm doing it for a second time. So good thing I did decide to do a freebie so that I could print it out, or I would have had to order another book because I already announced it. Okay, so these ones I'm stroking upwards, just gives the appearance that that grass is standing up. So following her lines, strokes, sharp tip. And this is my dark green. I think I said that, but I'm out of practice and I'm a little tired being my second time around. So this is probably going to be a shorter video. For one, I was kind of testing out how long I could sit here for before my foot said absolutely no more. And the second is I just kind of wanted to say hi, let everybody know I'm starting this project so they can get their books or pages printed before I do another part. So this one will probably be just this grass, and then in a couple days I'll get another one up. I am excited to see everyone. Thank you for all the well wishes everywhere, and for everyone that is still participating in the mythographic of the month, because I only did one video for it last month. Truly appreciated helping out, keeping that going. I'm going to do another one this month. It is on the list of things to do. You would think sitting on my butt I would have got a whole lot of coloring and planning and things done. No, I am not a couch colorer. Like, for one, I couldn't put my legs up to have like my knees as a desk type thing. But I just couldn't sit very long to be comfortable, and the lighting and moving all my pencils and erasers and sharpeners, and it just didn't work for me. So I have no completed pages this month, or for March anyways, which is a little bit of a bummer, but we're gonna keep on going and get some projects done for April. I thought about doing a plans for April video, but I'm horrible at sticking with things. And I still don't know when I will be full-time able to sit down at my actual desk, so I can't plan too far. Okay. So again, just kind of different directions, some long, some short. I am going to darken up here by the trees. You can do it later when you come in to color your trees or whatever you want to call your little plants here. I'm just kind of doing it while I think about it. Okay. So then with my apple green again, I'm just going to kind of go in and darken. I don't want to color over the top necessarily because I don't want to ruin all those grass strokes I just put in. But if you feel like your grass is looking a little bland, I just put in a little dark spot and blend it out. So I'll show you another one and how it kind of... And there's random, no rhyme, reason, shape, pattern, nothing like that. Just... Oh, I got my flower a little bit. I do want to do a little darker here where my mushroom is and my flower. So the whole rest of this project for the grass is just darkening in the background and adding a little bit of rough patches here and there. It is a little time consuming because the slower you go and the, more flowy your strokes of grass are, the more grass-like they will look. So it is a little bit of a process, but it's worth it. It does give a nice look when you're all done. I don't want to add too much detail. I don't want to do every single blade of grass a stroke. If you wanted to do a couple more strokes upwards instead of like the little rough patches like I did, you can just kind of stroke them in. But we don't want to draw too much detail into the grass where it's going to take away. We got to remember, we got a pretty busy page going on, so the more we put in the grass, the more busier it's going to make that page look. We also want to remember that we do have a busy page, and so we don't want to add 7 different layers of green to the grass necessarily, just because everything will start blending together, your leaves of your flowers, this, and then we'll just kind of have a big green blob in our page, and we don't want that either. So we're just going to pick a couple greens. I did a dark and a light so they contrast nicely. If you want to come back with a lighter in a couple spots, you can do that as well, but not necessary. I am ready for some sunshine and flowers. So here in Wyoming, we had spring break for school, and we had 10 inches the first weekend of spring break. So they got out, got 10 inches of snow. We've had a few nice days, 40-degree weather, and now we are to get anywhere between 10 to 12 to 24 inches of snow. However, this is the kind of snow I like because it kind of melts as it hits the ground. It doesn't stick around long. Just kind of darkening those up so they don't get lost. Doesn't stick around long, so at this point it's just fire prevention snow pretty much. So that is the kind of snow I like. Just come down and go away. The only thing about it is it's heavy snow because it's really wet snow. So we've had like 3 buildings, roofs collapse on buildings, and trees are going down, and I know that's nothing compared to the storms everywhere else, but the weather is pretty crazy. Alright, so again, just kind of darkening in. Now right here you'll see I have like this big green spot with kind of nothing going on, so I'm just gonna add my own little grass. I'm not going to blend that all the way. I still want my grass to show. Just wanted to blend the bottom so it looks like it's touching the grass there. Okay, again, just fixing my blades out there so they look like they're on top. And then I'm going to add just a tiny dot of this lighter green. You won't even really be able to see it, but I'm going to use it in some of the leaves, so I want to use it somewhere else too. Okay, again, touching up these. I don't want to lose them. Sliding everywhere, sorry. I also got a new chair and kind of been working on getting my setup back to where I can record all the time, or more again. But I still have to have my foot up, so it's interesting to color with one leg in the air, sort of feel. But it's working. I've been here 11 minutes so far and I'm doing pretty good, so it's working, which is what I wanted. Now I do have grass coming up this well right here. I am not going to put that in until I color my bricks, because if I put it in now and then I decide I want to do light colors on my bricks, it's going to smear green on my bricks. So I am not going to do those ones yet. So those grass blades are left untouched intentionally. Kind of put another lighter spot in right here. Also, if you are new here, I'm running an event in the Facebook group, just a gnome event. You color a gnome and you pick a number and we'll draw for some prizes. Just kind of to get the group going again, because I was gone for a little while and I was trying to keep tabs on the group, but there for a little bit I did a lot of sleeping. Alright, so that is going to be the grass. So I'm also going to quickly do my trees up top. So let me pull my colors. Okay, so I'm going to stick with some green trees, even though it's going to kind of be a lot. So I am also going to put in some yellow. So my plan here is I'm going to tip my trees in some yellow. So it looks like maybe the start of spring and they're just beginning to change colors. If you can hear that noise in the background, I apologize. My cat has the zoomies. I also got 2 new foster babies. Even with a broken foot, I am still fostering, so we got one little white baby. I thought he was going to be a pure white baby, but he's got little black in his ears now. Okay, then I'm going to take chartreuse. I'm going to color all the way down. I don't want to resemble the grass at all. Okay, I'm going to kind of come back and blend those together. I'm still going to add another color, so I'm not going to blend all the way to the bottom, but I think I'm even going to pull, let me see if I have a yellow orange right here. I do. So I'm going to pull a little bit of yellow orange, not a whole lot. I don't want my trees to look orange. But some of these tips. I don't know what kind of trees these are, or if these are the kind of trees that even have orange in them. But we're rolling with it now, because I like it. Okay, then my yellow will come back and kind of blend that. And then up to you if you want to add a little bit of a darker color. I am not going to add it everywhere, but in these little shadow areas, this is my grass green, and I'm pressing so light. So the lighter you hold up on your, higher you hold up on your pencil, the lighter your pressure will be. And I'm just going to kind of shadow those other trees in. Then I will come back with that spring green, and hopefully everything will blend together. And we will have some nice color changing trees. So they still have that green springy feel, but they're not matching our grass. Now, if you don't like any part of it, switch it up to how you like it. Just a thought. Sometimes I get tired of the boring old green trees very quickly. So I'm just doing the very bottoms of this. I don't want to go down too far because these we don't want to start blending in with. It is important to have your yellow in before you add your other colors, because yellow makes the other colors lighter. And then up to you how far you want to bring it down. So if you are watching, I appreciate you. Tell a friend to come visit. Now I'm back part-time. I'm going to try to keep up. Maybe not to the demand of videos I had going, but definitely getting back to more than I did in March, which was just book flips. I kept buying books. Actually, I didn't buy that many, but I did get a couple of the new releases, and then I was like, I don't want to color them sitting here. I want my desk. So like a whole bunch of projects all lined up, just ready, just waiting patiently. I don't usually do haul videos because I never have enough for a haul. I don't usually buy that much. But I did do the book flips just to let people know I was still alive. Okay, working around that butterfly. Now you'll see down here where we have a little like ledge, that is where we're going to darken in with that darker green. So we're still going to color it with my little tiny, I hope this isn't the end of my chartreuse. I hope I have another one in my backup. I didn't even get like my spring cleaning of my desk or my office done or my pencil collection sorted, so I knew what I needed to order or anything. I had big goals and I'm behind. Sorry about that. I had someone trying to visit me on my desk here. She likes the sound of the pencil sharpener. Right, so we got a little further than I thought I would, which is great. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these trees just so you can see the effect. Again, if you don't like it, no worries, just an idea. So where these shadows are, I am going to darken because it's like the trees hiding behind it. And then again, I'm going to lightly, and I want to make sure I follow the shape of the curves here. So I don't want it to look like a random green spot. I want it to look like a shadow. I'm going to add a little to these, and then again with the under shadow on this side. It will be important to note, I know not everybody follows along video for video, but if you do, it is important to keep your greens out so we can use them in other places, and so you know which greens you used, in case you want to do these like a different so they stand out kind of thing. I know it's hard with time in between videos and whatnot, but there for a little while I was trying the whole cup thing where you put like each pencils you're using in a little cup for each project. Oh my goodness, I had so many little cups going, and then I would have to borrow from one cup. That's how I knew I had a problem with whips. I was like, okay, we gotta actually start finishing some stuff now. So remember, you will blend this out, so even though it looks harsh, especially against some of our orange spots, we're not going to discredit, we're going to trust the process. Okay, I am not going to shadow this well on the trees because technically it is not pressing on the trees to leave a shadow. They are further apart from each other. So that is why I'm not going to shadow the outlining of that. And as you can see, I go right over my orange and my yellow. Make sure I get it all blended out nice and pretty. So I'm going to add a little orange here. So this front tree is a little darker. That's just personal preference. And I forgot this little section here with my dark green. So again, that was yellowed orange, canary yellow, chartreuse, and grass green for my trees. If you need that combo. Also, if I still have your attention, I was thinking of doing this page first, but then I realized not everybody had their book yet. So I'm thinking of doing this in Teo tree markers and maybe some pencils. So if you are interested in maybe even one video of like a color and chat of that, let me know, because that will help me kind of plan out my month for April as well. All right, so that is how we are looking so far. I think it's looking good. Of course, I still have a couple rough spots up here that I'll get worked out before next video. Questions, comments, requests, anything like that, please reach out. I do have a couple. I know somebody requested the glass jar book. I will be doing that one as well, maybe as a color and chat. I do have page picked ready to go. So I do have a couple things planned, but now that seasons are changing, people might want to see different things. It just helps me create a little bit of content. So. All right. Hope to see you next video. Thanks for watching.